finally we've gotten underway. TCM are ready to go, and they're well, they got a ready state to well, ready. As might as well go over the roster here. TCM, Evil, Aves, Wiko, Haza, Sami, and Dunk. As Evil being the only surviving member of the previous TCM team, and being joined by what used to be TMG, but he has been. Well, where did he go, by the way? Where did Evil go earlier on? We missed him for some reason.
He went to McDonald's with us.
Oh, so you went to Burger King, other place as well?
No, just McDonald's.
Okay. As on the YoYo Tech side, we got Matt coming up from the Imperial Appy. Getting its ass. Then we got Skinny, Sai, Springer, and Arnold. As they will be taking on the waves of TCM players that will be coming towards them throughout this final. Now, the final itself consists of well, a best out of 3 match early on in the qualifying rounds, or the tournament stage, that is. Every game was played with just 1 map. Now we have full game strength here in the playoffs, and now in the grand final, a best out of 3. Now, this final itself, the winning team goes home with. What does the winning team goes home with?
I believe how much? 1,000, I think.
1,000 euros for first place, and second place it goes home with
750.
750? No, probably.
And then 250 for that, I think.
Was it 2,000 euros in prize money? I thought it was 1,500.
I think they managed to increase it somehow.
Oh, all right.
I can't exactly remember, but I think it's something along those lines.
All right, so we'll go with that. So, well, we are ready here on the stream for those people that are watching at home.
I've got something.
You've got something.
Yep. In case. Not a cheeseburger. No, but I map eliminations. That's it. Just in case anyone really wondered. I mean, the game's just about to start, but YoYo Tech did eliminate Freight. Then TCM eliminated Badlands. That's it.
All right.
And then TCM chose Turbine, and they chose Granary and
yeah.
decided. Anyway, we are live now. We are on just going into the middle of the map here. Both teams exchange a lot of spam. They are running a heavy. That would be TCM running a heavy. He is taken down though, and it does look like that YoYoMix is, well, they're overpowering them at the moment. We go forced to go back to spawn and force. Well, hopefully he's going to try and get to his flag room and put up some defense.
Yeah, it looks like it, as YoYo Tech are already going straight towards the base. One of the soldiers is there, just whipping out the shotgun. He is managing to take Arnold down. That was Evil sitting inside the spawn. We got Uber Charge being popped off by YoYo Tech, as Evil just loses himself. And Sami, well, he is stuck inside the intel room. And the intel will most likely be picked up rather shortly. There we go. That's Sai. He's got the intel in hand. And here we go. We could be looking at, whoa, we got a counter cap coming in from Haza. And this is where Sai needs to make it out of the center room. He's bouncing towards midair. He needs to really watch out. And there's the medic. He'll be healing him up, trying to get the cap. He will get the cap shortly. But where is Haza? Will Haza sit around here and then move forward, or is he going straight for the cap room? He's going to get the cap, and Haza doing the same. As both sides will have 1 point on the scoreboard. After what was in the beginning a very, very YoYo Tech-sided match, but then Haza came out of nowhere, picked up the intel, and managed to get a cap himself.
Yeah, promising start actually. Hopefully more of this to come. And as TCM go for their second cap as well, Ubered straight into the flag room, forcing YoYo Tech to go back up to spawn. Scout's going to jump in, get the intel out. So this one is probably going to make its way back out into the middle area as well, see if he gets out safely. It looks like YoYo are going to move out to middle and try and stop it, but he has got away safely, so it's going to be 2-1. YoYo turn to Uber out now, try and secure that middle area. We're just following Somi versus, I believe it was Matt at the moment. Somi comes out in the end winning. But it looks like YoYo will hold that middle area though. As he says that, yeah, it does look like YoYo are still trying to stay around the middle area. Neither team actually really, see a lot of players going down. Medic under pressure, well played, but it gets taken down in the end. So yes, it looks like YoYo will take that middle area, and it's a really good start actually. So I'm really pleased to see that YoYo aren't worried about pushing out and taking that middle area. And more of this to come would be great, and nothing. I don't think we're going to be getting a scoreline like we did earlier. Well, yesterday was it 17-6?
Yeah, something like that. Something ridiculous. Yeah.
And here we go. So YoYo without the Uber moving in, getting the intel out slightly. But any movement towards the main entrances, the better anyway. So scouts are probably going to come in behind that as well. But It's now their turn of TCM to try and move out their main entrance. And here we go. Uber has been triggered. Counter Uber as well. Somi gets taken down as well in the meantime. So Uber versus Uber. I'm not sure who's got. I imagine TCM must have the slight advantage now.
They do.
Weku doing a great job taking down Appy. And yeah, Yo-Yo forced all the way back.
Indeed, as TCM are now back towards the main room. Hazza going around there, picking up the med pack. There's one of the soldiers being primed. Of course, that medic would be a far more. Oh, hello! That's a rocket in your face. As Aves did try to pick up the intel just now, as Arnold has managed to defend it. As currently, both sides have their intel on the ground. As Springer is making his way forward from the middle and looking to pick up the intel. Now let's take a look where the intel is right now. We got the Yo-Yo Tech intelligence just outside, just inside the room, and we got the TCM stuff is back still on the platform. So it has gone back home. Appy now with a sticky coming in. 1-2. It's not going to be making it off. That soldier could be going down. Oh, he's getting a lot of fire in his back. Although Appy himself has the medic as backup. There's a lot of stickies on the ground here. Matt managed to get the med pack actually. Nice area of control as Imperial. Oh, there we go. Stickies on the ground. Tried to jump into it, and Wiko was too quick. A quick secondary click on the secondary mouse button, and well, no more soldier for you.
Yeah, Yo-Yo just there having to fall back into the middle of the point. TCM getting a few scouts just checking up in the vent. Obviously, if they're going to be pushing out, they haven't got an SD to cover from the scouts, so they need to make sure that vent's clear. Otherwise, well, that's a free exit for them. But right now, it does look like TCM are looking to make a move out into the middle of the map, leading the way with a soldier. And they've actually forced the Uber, and any second now, they're going to counter Uber. There we go. I heard the call as well, so it kind of double confirmed it, but they are pushing out into the middle fiercely. The Demo Man's jumped over, gets them. Even if he doesn't get a kill, he's getting them piped over there. Arnold has, however, got behind despite the scouts checking the vents, as said earlier, but he is exiting. Well, I'm not going to say where, but he's now in the middle. Running away, he might make it. He's very weak. Oh, he just gets it just near to the their respawn door bit, the bit down the bottom of the stairs anyway. And well, Hazza's running their intel.
Indeed, as it does look like both sides will be able to cap now again as Hazza is going. No, Hazza has dropped the no, he's going to capture it. As I was under the impression that Yo-Yo Tech did manage to pick up the intel just now because it's practically in their base. Let's see where it is. If you can find it, and I don't see it here. Oh, no, there it is. Oh, there it is. As Arnold picks it up and making a score 3-2. It's a whole lot closer than we expected at the beginning of the, well, that I expected. As both sides are constantly on top of each other's lips, and every time Yo-Yo Tech manages to get a cap, well, so does Coolermaster. And so far, it's only been one counter cap from TCM that was unable to be countered. We've got Uber charts in the middle going on as TCM does the same thing. Arnold does go down. That's the main capper for Yo-Yo Tech out of the field. Although Dunk gets a lot of air here. He needs to watch out that he keeps on getting the Uber on towards these soldiers as well as the demo. As Skinny does go down and Springer is a little bit low. No, Springer, you cannot get to that med pack because you cannot jump that high.
Yeah, I think he's actually trying to use the bug in the wall actually to jump up to the med pack. It's quite often used, and now TCM pushing in. Dunk is down though, so they'll probably hold that off for the moment. It's a good battle so far. I mean, neither team really, I would say, dominant in that middle area, and it's interesting to see that because we saw TCM really just ruling that area against Cool Clan, and they had, I mean, we saw the silver final as well. It's exactly the same. It was the same for the winners in the end of Rocket. They actually ruled that middle area, and there was just no competition. At least this is contested a lot more. Slight one-on-one battles going on at the moment. Abs and Hazza going down. So interesting. More to come. Just over 22.5 minutes remaining. The score is 3-2, and looking good.
Indeed, as the demo Uber charge being popped up by Yo-Yo Tech. Will TCM have their own Uber ready? No, they won't. As Wiko goes down, those pipes are going down the corridor. As Arnold picks up the intel, and he's out of there. As he manages to get as much speed as possible as TCM are going for the counter, going for the middle for the intercept. Will they manage to do so? Well, Yo-Yo Tech is already on standby. Albert is down for Evil is down for Yo-Yo Tech. For TCM, my apologies. As Arnold captures the intelligence, making a score 3-3. As it just even sings out. TCM went out with an Uber of their own. As Skinny manages to blow himself up, and TCM now in the middle with a Uber. That's basically wasted, to be quite honest.
Yeah, that took the words right out of my mouth. They have completely wasted the Uber there. Well, I mean, in their defense, they did have to use it then. but YoYoTech are going to have an uber advantage. TCM trying to put a bit of pressure on them anyway, so that hopefully, well, if they do try to push, you can hold them back a little, and you don't really want them to get all the way to the yard. Of course, YoYoTech know that they have the advantage. It has been called that they have used the uber, and well, any second now they're going to want to push out into middle. They want to use this advantage, but it's risky. I mean, when you push out through here, you're going to absorb a lot of spam. As you can see, Demo down straight away from the spam before he even got ubered. Now it's just the soldiers, and I mean, if they have to retreat now, Demo's going to get in and start putting a lot of stickies on. So much spam coming over on YoYoTech as they're trying to retreat. Soldier pinned as well.
Ooh.
A lot of their players down, and now TCM are going to be pushing in through to their flag room.
Indeed, right now we got about, well, 5 players down for YoYoTech. It's just Arnold remaining. Wiko picks up the intel. They will try and do, well, just take a jump as far out of there as fast as possible. Hazza now picks up the intel. Arnold, ooh, was going to go for it there as well. But YoYoTech will have the problem to, well, try to intercept. And that's going to be difficult in this case. And as Sai as well going through what seems to be the stuff. As Hazza picks up the intel, making a score 4-3. As we're back towards the drawing board, but both sides are playing very, very well so far. And due to that, neither side has had the opportunity to change some caps. Although right now, what YoYoTech needs is at least 1 or 2 chains.
Yeah, I mean, it's not still early days. YoYoTech just, it seemed to have backed off the contesting the middle as much, and now TCM have forced, you know, use their uber. They're going to come into the flag room, putting a lot of spam onto the Demo. Demo behind them though as well. Luckily he was called, and he goes down in spawn. Intel moving again though. Hazza has got in. He knew exactly the right time to come in. That's just really good comms, and knowing exactly where the scouts have to sit to get in quickly and get out. So it's going to be 5-3, 20 minutes remaining, and it's starting to separate. There's a clear gap now, and it could be interesting to see if, well, if YoYo decide to run anything different. It looks like they're actually holding the middle area now. Arnold very aggressive. So now it's the turn of YoYo with their Uber to come towards the flag room. A great game so far, very fast. You're listening to Quad V with Acebek, Arx and Beta, and this is the Gold Cup final, the Community LAN 2009, and in the Wizard Cafe, Holland.
Indeed, as Arnold just managed to pick up some intelligence of his own, and he will try to rush out as soon as possible, but the soldiers of TCM are already in place, as the intelligence is trying to run away. It is down, as the intelligence, it drops towards the floor. It's right in front of the, it's inside the corridor. As let's see if we can get a visual on that. No, yeah, there it is. As the medic actually managed to get the intel. It's Springer trying to get away. He's being intercepted by Hazza. Hazza's already on site. Come on, grab that intel. Go and cap that flag. As there is now intelligence here as well. They need to stick onto it, making sure that TCM doesn't pick it up. As right now, Sami has picked up the intel, and just as Appy manages to, Appy managed to pick it up as well. But now TCM, well, will have the flag, and they will go for another cap.
Well, Springer there, he saw a load of pipes in front of him, walked on top of them, and it was just, I think Wiko saw through the window exactly where the medic was, and he just decked the pipes as the medic was on them, and boom, he's got the medic down. Oh, that did look like, who dropped it there?
Yeah,
was it
Hazza?
Yeah, Hazza just dropped the intel outside. Avez taking down Appy, followed by Sailboat there, so, well, he's running the intel out now, and this is going to put them in a 2-point lead. Indeed, as this 2-point lead will continue on very, very quickly, although the game is not over just yet. 18 minutes remaining here on Turbine, as Arnold tries to sneak out the intelligence. Is not going to get very far, as, well, Albert goes in for the defense. Score so far is 6-4, and TCM are moving out for yet another cap, although YoYoTech is already on standby, ready to go in. And their soldiers are also just very keen to launch those rockets at the ranks of TCM. Now has been capping most of the intelligence throughout this matchup, and will probably be the person to do so again in the future. So right now, as soon as YoYoTech sees Hazza running around, they'll probably have a feeling of, I think that guy's going to go for the intel, but we have to see. There's a little bit of hide and go seek going on inside the vents. Arnold got a little bit low, and he's going to pick up the health anyway. But YoYoTech are still waiting to move in. Happy launching a couple of pipes towards TCM. Let's see where TCM are hanging right now. There they are.
Yeah, they're just sitting back.
Yeah.
They're waiting for him to come around the choke point, really.
But if they're 2 points ahead anyway,
yeah,
so
exactly.
they can take their time.
Yeah, there's no need for anything really, TCM. I mean, it's still, of course, it's still early days, but they're actually just checking the vent now. Sticky's going up there, but it's still early days. And there is no real need for TCM to push anything. I mean, here they are. They are coming into the flag room now. Uber has been triggered by both teams. And we actually just followed the scouts at the moment in spawn. So Demo goes down as well. So YoYo actually losing a lot of players. And they're surely going to reclaim this middle area. Medic and Soldier were sitting at the back. Med is so weak. Medic goes down. So Springer down again. That's going to be 5 players down, surely. Is that 5 players down for YoYo? It's only Sideboat left up. And if he may have got behind onto the intel, but as you can see, a lot of the TCM players have at least 1 player dominated as well. So they're playing quite well at the moment. Sideboat does get taken down in the end. He hadn't gone round behind for the sort of back cap of sort, as you usually see on the CP maps. But Hazza yet again running the intel. 7-4 will be the score. 16 minutes remaining. And really good game so far. Very fast, exactly what I wanted. And it's just really good to see a really fast game with Turbine.
7-4 here in this grand final of the Community. The Gold Cup, as first place will go home with about 1,000 euros. Hazza finds himself in a little bit of a scout duel there, and that's the 10 Cup as whoever he was fighting has to go back to resupply. Now TCM are on the prowl once again, just standing by inside the corridor. And looks like they're going to make their move now. Ubercharge being popped off by TCM. Rico takes down Arnold. 1 scout down. As here's TCM. Hello, guys. Oh, as Ubercharge comes in now from YoYo Tech as well. Counter Uber as Dunk finds himself all by himself. And what's going on here on the TCM side? They're down, well, 4 players. And only two of them are now on the field. And one of them is the medic. And he's being pushed back by one of the, by the demo. Although Sami does pick up the intel. How the hell he managed that is quite beyond me. But he's still hanging around inside the YoYo Tech base, so it appears.
Yeah, TCM there, they didn't do enough with the Uber when they pushed
in.
Oh,
wow.
Nice shooting there from Sami. But yeah, TCM they didn't do enough with their Uber. They couldn't get the Uber out early enough. They fell back. Everyone who could escape did escape, and well, that was only their medic really. So who? Sorry?
I was just a bit surprised that YoYo Tech did not take any advantage of that situation to push forward.
Oh yeah, they should have done. But I guess they were distracted a bit behind them, I think. But well, yeah,
because of Sami.
Yeah, Sami picked up the intelligence. But either way, it does look like Avers is just about to cap now. Brings it a 4-point lead. 8-4 is the score. And well, YoYo Tech need to step it up a gear if they want to take this map from them.
Yeah, TCM really in control in this middle area at the moment, a lot better, more than YoYo, and it's just proven evident. The score says it alone, and it just looks like their scouts are almost sort of more in unison. They know when they need to come in and get that intel and keep it moving, and it's just one of the most important things on this map because there's just a couple of big choke points, especially as you move in. Ubers are usually forced there, so by the time you get to the flag room, it's just, you know, there's either a lot of players down or a lot of players down, or just so much spam. You just need to know the right point. And as you can see now, we're again coming. TCM look like they want to try and push into the flag room, and it's just spamming the choke point, spamming the pre-move, you know, pre-fire of sort, like you might see in the old Counter-Strike, more Counter-Strike term. That is probably pre-firing before people come around corners. But it's probably the main difference between CSS and TF2. Well, one of the key differences, I imagine it's all quiet movement, or you know, no one making noise as you come around the corner. As you can see, TF2 a lot different, a lot faster. And yeah, as you can see, they're moving into flag room now. Uber has been triggered by YoYo. Has actually get in and take the intel?
Took the intel and ran straight back out. He's
exactly
just about to cap.
See, again, 9 to score, 9-4 the score. 12.5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, it was just perfectly timed from Hazza. I mean, I don't think he was even seen going in until he actually had landed on the intel and picked it up. And then by then, everyone else was forced back up those stairs and going up to the respawn, and they just couldn't, well, they couldn't jump on him or anything. He was backed up by his team, so from then on, he had an easy run out with the intel. Both of these teams playing a lot more, I would say, actually aggressive than other teams. I mean, normally you get this kind of standoff where one team's holding middle, one's in their base. But in this game, it seems that both teams are always, if they should be in their base, they seem to be going for middle. They're not really allowing their opponents to just have middle for free, and they're not sitting back waiting for them to attack. It seems like they're playing for the middle, whoever, like, all the time, and whoever wins the middle just gets a cap. Yeah, keeping the pressure on, basically. And, well, now we've got TCM keeping that pressure on. They did have to Uber quite early. However, YoYo have also popped their Uber and are pushing out. Whether they're being baited, whether they've pushed out too far here is different because they've got soldiers above them. Demo getting a lot of spam over. I think that YoYo Tech might have overextended a little bit. TCM now pushing back in with force, firing through. There is a scout, however, of Arnold harassing the medic behind. Oh, Sailboat actually got caught in the crossfire there, and he goes down. But Arnold's still keeping them distracted and at least keeping them outside. Which, well, if they're outside in the middle, they're not in your base. So it's obviously a good thing for him to be doing that.
As TCM continues on their little crusade to get the intelligence back towards the room. As Appy is back on the respawn and manages to, Aves managed to pick up the intel. Second time that happened this game. It's been Hazza for most of the time. But he's going to try to get towards the middle. He's being overhealed by the medic quite heavily. As the YoYo Tech team are not making any move at the moment to try and get back. There's a demo on the other side, but Aves are just not going to have any trouble picking up this intel, and the score is going to be 10-4. The exciting close game from the beginning of the match seems to have been thrown out of the window.
Yeah, the gap is definitely extending now. There's some key differences there. Nice play by Evil. Really nice play. It's just with one-on-one battles seem to be going a lot of the way of the TCM. I mean, there is obviously the group battles as well, but it's just little things that, of course, we as commentators, we always miss certain things. We can't watch everything, but I imagine there is a lot of battles again. Avs coming in onto the, or Aves, it's coming in onto the intel. It's moving again. It's already out into the middle area. Scout of YoYo trying to get out. He gets taken down. So that's Arnold. And 11-4, just over 10 minutes remaining. And now this is actually quite bigger than I thought it would originally look. 1-1 after a minute or so play, I believe. 1-1 was it? After a minute, I think it was along those lines.
It was 3-4 at one point.
Yeah, and you know, so when we were looking at 3-4, and here we go, YoYo actually using their Uber now to get out into the middle area, and Dunk just sitting back, didn't even have his Uber, but sitting back, quite happy to waste time, waste that Uber of YoYo, and more importantly, not to lose any players. This will allow them to rotate back round into the main choke area through the flag room, and hopefully meet and greet them with their Uber.
Indeed, as now TCM, well, still standing by. Uber being popped. A little bit of a premature Uber right there, as Arnold does manage to pick up the intel. And now he's going to find himself versus a world of stickies and a medic as well. Is he going to make it out? He almost makes it out as well. Nice. As Evil manages to pick them off. And most of YYT now is down, including their medic. Oh, their demo, their scouts and soldiers are dropping like flies. And there's only Skinny is alive, so it seems right now, yeah, it is just him. And now he goes down. It's 6 down, and Hazza's going to pick this up really easily.
Well, this has all the makings of a chain cap here. I mean, they've got one for free, basically. They didn't even have to put any pressure there. And they're going to have Uber ready for the next push in. I mean, they can sit outside and defend theirs, but I think they can get 2 for the one that YoYo Tech would get if they cap this one, which is currently in the middle of the yard. So I think they might even go in for another push because, well, they're going to have an Uber advantage. And there's no need to really sit and defend your intel. Of course, that is one option for them, because if YoYo Tech do push out and fail their push, then they're going to get another free one. The scout can just run in and take it. There is no SG after all, so it's reasonably easy. But it does look, they have Uber the Demo Man. He's got bounced around a bit. That's a few seconds of his Uber almost wasted, and I don't know. I think that was just a completely wasted Uber there. They're going to have to, well, hope that YoYo Tech messed something up with theirs. No, it doesn't appear to be the case. As the call was made, we could hear it from the other side of the room. Dunk yelling out, "Let's go, let's go." And then sadly didn't go as well as planned, as YYT now doing a little bit of pushing on his own. Figures out they're now in the middle, as Springer needs to wait with his Uber as long as he possibly can. And until that middle room, he's forced off, so they need to push now in towards that room. They're all by them. There's only a demo and the scout. Where's the rest of YoYo Tech? They're probably going over the other side, as the demo does come in and trying to get the soldier down. And there's the, it does look like YoYo Tech is going to pick up this intel and manage to do so. Yeah, actually, in the meantime, Hazard got behind the YoYo as they push. It's going to be intel battle. Well, okay, it was going to be Scout, but the rest of the team came in the corner. But again, Hazard getting in behind quite easily, and now TCM keeping the medic alive, and they've come out to the middle area with their Uber, trying to reclaim this. And once, if they reclaim this, I just hope we don't see TCM sit back and settle for the
13-4 score because...
Oh! And he was holding the intel as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't see how Duncan really won that. But nevertheless, 13-4 the score. And what do you think we're going to start seeing TCM sit now and hold that middle area? Because YoYo, this is up to YoYo now to really push out.
Indeed, it's 6 minutes, well, just under 7 minutes remaining right now, and it's starting to get really difficult to imagine how YoYo could come back from this. As Arnold does pick up the intelligence, so does Aves, and now YoYo are going to pick up this cap. Oh, hello, Aves! Welcome to the fold. As he manages to, well, find himself mid-air, as Haza actually manages to make sure the cap doesn't happen. As now it's the 2 scouts versus the 1. As the scout manages to go forward, YoYo does manage to cap the intel, but at what cost? Aves is going to pick this up with all these in the world. There he goes. Sprint, sprint, sprint. It's going to be 14 versus 5.
Well, that's the thing. TCM don't really need to change their game strategy at all. They don't have to sit back and defend because attacking is working for them. If they are continuously scoring points like they are, and YoYo aren't scoring half as many, then they may as well keep attacking. If they go all defensive, then they've limited their chance to score any points, and obviously YoYo have, they've put the game in their court. If TCM just keep attacking them, then, well, they can keep getting points and stay even further ahead. And Intel just dropped out in the middle by Evil, so they'll probably try and push out and get that when they have time. As of now, though, Sommy's just sitting over by the big health pack inside their choke point. Dunk just spawned, so obviously a 0% Uber just looking for someone to heal. YoYo 30% advantage, 40% advantage-ish. They will have the advantage. TCM probably end up falling back to spawn in a few minutes when YoYo do push in, but they're going to want to push in quick. Time is running out for them.
Indeed, 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go as Appy finds himself on the verge of the TCM base. They're about to move in. Aves does go down, so Sai does do a good job there. As the other scout is just sitting inside the resupply. About to move in as TCM are buying time quite nicely. They're just sitting inside the intel room. The spamming the stickies out as there we go. The intel is getting picked up by Haza as Skinny does this defends it, and now Arnold has managed to pick it up, but TCM has already started to rotate out to main. And now the question is whether or not they can intercept quite nicely. There they come. One of the scouts is up as Aves has managed to go around and managed to pick up the intel. And he's no doubt going through spawn area, so he won't be able to see Arnold. Dunk now picks up the intel as well. Oh, that was Dunk. As the intel is still within the YYT base, but it's very close to the door.
Yeah, YoYo actually defending that all the way. Score, of course, not much time left now. Don't think it's really going to happen for YoYo right now. It's going to be 15-6 once the scout goes down. Arnold trying his best to keep the TCM intel moving. 15-6, there we go. 4 minutes remaining. Medic is isolated. He surely will get taken down as well. Mike managed to get back to the med pack. He does. It's very important TCM don't, you see, they didn't overextend. See, they didn't make the same mistake YoYo did there. They didn't push out.
Yeah, and then the scouts for coming from behind.
Exactly, yeah. They pushed out and they lost a lot of players as soldiers jump away like they do and things like that. But this now, I mean, can you really see TCM really deciding to push out now?
No, but
3.5 minutes, 15-6.
These guys are just going to pitch a 10 in the middle of their intel room, and that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, where else have they gone actually? There, I thought they'd be defending in the flag room. Have they gone behind to try and secure the middle area? No. Are they? Yes, they have gone behind. An Uber has been triggered. Dunk has used his Uber. It's going to be both teams using their Uber in the middle area, and it's YoYo just can't give up this middle area. They need to. The scores like this, they need to put everybody into that middle area and make sure they don't lose it here if they want any chance of getting these caps back. If they lose the middle area here, that is it. I don't think it's going to happen. Medic's so weak, running away. He's got his nails out as well. Is he going to come down for the Uber store? No, he's not, and he does get taken out. And now, sorry to say, 15-7. Yeah, this is TCM's game now.
Indeed is, well, 2 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. It's not really going anywhere for YoYo Tech at the moment. They had such a great start. It was very close for about 10 minutes straight. And then, well, then everything just went, went downhill from YoYo Tech. And TCM managed to continue to get the caps. And sadly enough, making a couple of mistakes. Hello, what we got here? As Sami manages to die there, as Sami was running as heavy, but the medic was nowhere to be found to heal him.
Yeah, I thought we said this wasn't going to be another 17-6 game, which it's not because it's probably
14-7 right now, yeah.
16-7, so I mean it could be 17-7, but... Oh well, Beta's got a prediction of 18-7. Well, we'll see. I'm not going to predict because I always get it wrong. Either way, we do have TCM making a push now into YoYoTech. They have Ubered in throughout to the point. Medic and Demo forced to run out, and well, they're taking the intel. Wiko just running it now outside into the yard. Somi's staying in there to do a bit of harassment, maybe head up to the spawn or something, and who knows what he's going to do. He is maybe. Nope, are they going to go up and camp it? Well, they're going for a chain regardless of whatever strategy they're doing. But I think, has someone dropped the intel outside? No, they haven't dropped it yet. They captured it. There we go. Somi's now going for the flag as a heavy. He's only got 1 minute 22 seconds to get back. So if he goes via Burger King, he's not going to make it in time. But he is trunching away. Just well, this is going to take a while, but gets hit by a rocket, moving out now into the middle of the yard. Sees a soldier, and 2 scouts to his left. Mows down one of the scouts. Oh, there's the whole team there. Somi's getting weak. Run, Somi, run!
Oh!
Manages to take down Matt. Is he going to make it all the way? He's only got 55 seconds to go.
Come on! Come on!
One scout. Oh, Somi goes down. No heavy jog for him today. But either way, it does look like... at what cost did that heavy go down? Then maybe the medic's now going down as well with a Spade and an Ubersaw fight going on. Spade has won like 7 times in this tournament.
Yeah.
We've never seen anything else win. Well, a bottle won once, but that was about it.
Yeah. As 30 seconds remain in this party, the first map is going to go to Team Coolermaster as they manage to rave through the lines of YoYoTech. And we're going to go on to Granary, which should be interesting.
Yeah, Granary definitely. Probably something YoYo are looking more forward to. Probably they were looking forward to it at the beginning of Turbine, and now the end of the tournament, they're probably looking forward to it even more. So be interesting to see how they perform on that one, and maybe their scouts will come into a little bit play and play a little bit better together, really.
Indeed. 18 versus 7 we're going to write down for this one. As the final score, that is. As Granary is up next. And, well, we'll probably do this back to back. We'll be right back with you. Actually, we won't be right back with you because we're going to look at the game. As, well, so far, TCM dominating. Looking back at how they've played throughout the tournament, well, how do you reckon YYT is going to do over Granary?
I definitely think Granary will be a lot closer. And it's, as I said before, Turbine is not more than one of more difficult maps. But Granary, something usually the pickup map, that one along with Badlands, and I imagine a lot of the guys will play. I'm not sure if any of them really played together much at all. Anyway, so it's good that they can still compete with TCM because they do have a strong lineup here. And just so you know, the maps were picked. If you've just joined us, the maps were picked by the process of elimination. So I believe it was TCM eliminating Badlands, was it? And it was actually YoYo eliminating Freight. And I believe it looks like we're going to take I imagine a 5-minute break or so. It's quite a nice day here, very hot, but stay with Quad V for the Gold Cup Community LAN final with A-Spec, Arcs and Beta coming up.
The dual thing map.
Yeah.
That one, yeah.
Well, I think we are live now, actually. Just get that stream coming back up for you right now. They're just running to middle point. Of course, the demo's there very, very quick, just about the same time. And it looks like at the moment, it's actually TCM who have more of the better position, as he says that. YoYo actually going very aggressive. There's a soldier on the balcony, gets taken down. That's Skinny. Still getting bodies onto the point. TCM actually still stuck in the corner. Somi getting taken down as well. So a big exchange. A lot of players going down for each team at the moment. And it looks like, yes, it looks like TCM will come out on top and be the first team to claim this middle point CP3 on Granary. And it's not particularly bad by YoYo at all there. It's, Skinny actually went very aggressive and it left him very isolated, so he went down early. And in the end, just TCM overpowered him and had more bodies on the point.
That's right now the problem for TCM, well, not so much TCM, for YoYoTech is that they don't have their medic on the field. So that's kind of a problem right there. Is that he did go down in that middle onslaught. So Dunk now moving forward. He does have Uber ready to go. Springer, nothing near. As Happy now just standing around the corner, spamming as many grenades as he possibly can. But they need to hold off the TCM onslaught for as long as they possibly can to make sure they don't come in. As now TCM have managed to get on towards the control point. They have popped their Uber charge, so they won't be able to use that for the ending. And now let's see here. Ooh, Springer will possibly be able to do so for a nice counter Uber and push back on towards second whenever they can.
Yeah, he is quite weak. Well, he was quite weak. Obviously, he regenerates health, but they have got Uber. More importantly, they have cleaned up quite a bit of the, the TCM team that did move in onto that 4th point, and they've just retaken it back 4-3 pretty much, and they still have their Uber, so they'll at least take yard. There was a demo man up top. I just saw a sticky fly over there or something. Actually, I'm not sure. I think it was Albert. Up top. I think there was a demo because I saw a sticky come down and land in front of him. Maybe it was blown off from somewhere. But either way, right now we have Sailboat trying to fight Dunk. Oh, but Arnold came in, helped him out. He didn't have any of it. But either way, we do have.
They're all the way back already.
It was the demo. The demo was up top, and he just jumped down to try and get a back cap. Very, very close to actually pulling it off. However, that might still happen. It might still happen back there. There is very little time on it, but YoYo have moved onto the middle point. They've got quite a lot of players on there at this time. Just waiting to see where the rest of the team are, or if they're actually going to capture this point. Soldiers jumped in. They are blocking the capture for now on the middle. Scout is fighting over on the Soldier. Arnold didn't do anything actually. Happy and Sailboat managed to take down Evil there. So, but YoYo Tech, crucially, they have captured the middle point.
Yeah, indeed. They were all the way pushed back towards second, and now they've managed to actually get themselves back in towards gear and slowly pushing themselves out. This could be a similar start as we saw in Turbine with both teams going toe-to-toe, and it does appear to be the case so far as now YoYo Tech is sitting on that middle. How's that Uber charge of theirs going? We have Ames is down, Dunk is nowhere near, and Springer is basically on the same track. So we could have a very close standoff here in the final bit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not exactly sure. Did Dunk get taken down, or did he? I think he got taken down, didn't he? So in the end, it's YoYo do get that 4th point, and now they're going to move in now, focusing on the heavy. We heard the call from here. Uber has been triggered. TCM definitely after YoYo. Demo's very, very weak. He is slightly isolated. Switch by Dunk. Good save. Arnold and Appy go down. So now it could be a turn of TCM to push out. Down goes Skinny. So it's both soldiers down as well. Scout actually behind him at the moment, causing a bit of a problem. So 4 down for, I nearly said TCSB then. It's actually YoYo. I saw Cyboat's name. But yeah, so they're going to reclaim their 2nd point, and it's now the turn of maybe TCM to push back out. It looks like some of the YoYo guys got good spawn though. Definitely some of them must have got good spawn, and they're actually just going to stop them from pushing out straight away. The Zombie spot, apparently, according to A-Spec, he's just sitting very close in the 2nd point. He's actually switched to heavy, I'm sure you can notice by the stream. But TCM have actually allowed them to walk back onto the point, which I wouldn't have. I thought they would have contested it a little bit at least.
Yeah, I think they were under the impression that their medic would be further along the line, mainly because he didn't die there. Yeah. The Springer now has our Uber charge ready to go. The rockets are flying in. Dunk will be primed. That heavy is going to go down if he doesn't watch out. Uber charge being countered as TCM are now. Yeah, back cap is coming to come up right now. As the TCM does manage to take him down. Sai is on the control point. They managed to push him back off. As TCM, well, they haven't managed to take the control point now. Ooh,
Springer went down.
Springer did go in. Well, yeah, we had Sai trying to go for the back cap, but that didn't happen. As TCM now back on towards second, and they've managed to pack it back up.
Oh, but Arnold has managed to take down Wiko and Somi, and he's causing all kind of problems. However, Aves replies, taking down Matt and Arnold. There is still a, well, in fact, the medic is waiting in the spawn just to see if his team are able to retake that point. But, well, that didn't happen, so he's going to have to take the long route and, well, run it. And it does look like TCM are holding on to their point for the time being.
Indeed, as Happy is now in the middle. We'll be moving forward now as well. Matt going forward as well, and they'll, right now, I'm not quite sure why the YoYo Tech could push. Oh, there's TCM. They're already pushing out. U-boat charge being popped. They're rashing in towards that middle. Scouts are everywhere. Ooh, that scout could be targeted by Skinny. It's not going to happen. Skinny does go down. TCM are all over the point. and they're rushing in just to take him down. Skinny and Arnold both go down as TCM manage to hold up, but here comes the YoYoTech rush as one of the scouts do go down. Demo does a big jump in towards the back. Appy goes down as Wiko just launches more stuff in there. Very nicely done as YoYoTech were like a bunch of lemmings going off a fjord.
Yeah, that's actually 6 down there. Really interesting decision to stay and fight contested point when 2 of your heavies went down. It was actually Skinny and the demo man of, was it, who's running demo, sorry.
The control point is being captured
for a second, but
Appy.
It's Appy actually, yeah, I keep on thinking it's a soldier, but both of them went down, so it's 2 of your heavy classes. 2 of the heavy classes went down, and it was interesting, they actually stayed and fought, contested that 3rd point, and now they lost all the remaining members of the team, and it's now allowing TCM to just Uber onto this final point. As you can see, Medic has no other choice but to run away. Uber can't be anywhere near for YoYo. Yeah, they're actually holding it very well. I mean, Scout on the point now. But, what was Evil even doing behind the spawn there? But either way, it's still being contested at the moment, but I would expect TCM to finally get some bodies on the point. Who is that Scout not going down? It's Cybo, and it's now Arnold coming in, and finally it's 1-0, and yeah, I think that decision to stay on fight at 3 cost them that whole round then.
Indeed, as both sides managed to, well, initially we had TCM packing up the center, and they were pushing all the way, YoYoTech all the way back towards their base, and then YoYoTech decided, you know what, we're going to push you back towards your base, and then TCM decided, you know what, we're going to push you back again, which is a lot of backing off in that case.
Very back and forward.
Yeah, very back and forth in this case, but after quite a long battle, 9 minutes in that fight, as YoYoTech managed to lose that point. As right now, TCM does actually lose 3 other people. Wiko, Aves, and Albert are down. One of their scouts, their demo as well, one of their soldiers are down, and YoYoTech are actually making the push quite nicely at the moment.
Yeah, they completely dominated middle there. TCM just couldn't actually get any players out from behind their crates. The player that they did send up aggressive was obviously isolated and picked off on his own, so he went down quite easily, and then the rest of the retreating players got a lot of spam, and that was it. However, TCM have now Ubered and are trying to push it in, save the point, or at least delay it. I mean, they need some time for their spawns to get in, but they've lost the point anyway. Uber has now come from YoYo. They have taken the point, so any dead players are going to get quick and very close spawns. But TCM are killing a lot here. Their scouts are causing quite a bit of hassle, and their soldiers coming in to back them up. A lot of the YoYo players have gone down. Some of them might get a near spawn here, but, well, not many of them for sure. And TCM have managed to take that back and at least holding the yard. But I expect if they can deal with this scout behind them very quickly, then they might even be able to get some players on middle. But, well, I doubt that.
As Arnold is messing up the stuff for TCM, just buying as much time as they possibly can, and they are still pushing out towards that middle area, trying to gain control because, well, TCM haven't pushed out yet. So even though they did manage to take down most of the YoYoTech team, that scout was enough to harass them quite some time. Appy needs to watch out here as one of the soldiers does go down. That's Matt, and now does look like TCM will push YoYoTech off that middle. As they're in full force on that middle, 2 scouts and a soldier, and they'll be easily picked up. Although there's still 1 scout running around. Well, not anymore. And as he goes down, and Wiko joins the party to pick up that center, and TCM are now in firm control of 3.
Yeah, TCM capturing 3 in the end quite easily. More importantly, Springer does actually still have that Uber, and they'll be waiting. They're actually going to defend inside. Quite interesting again. Interesting decision again. Good spot by Airspec. Dunk actually went down, so their Uber is still very, very low. And now you see yeah, this is what I would have expected. YoYo to actually stand and defend from outside the point instead of sitting inside. But we won't just call what they're doing just yet because the players can hear. But as you can see, now they're into the point. That would have been called now, and TCM probably going to fall back straight away. Scouts actually got behind them. Another one-on-one scout battle going on. I'm not sure who that was, but again, that's just depicts all these little one-on-one battles we don't usually see, and they could be in the end. Was that? I'm not sure actually who they went down, or if they managed to get away. But it looks like now, yes, YoYo have retaken that point purely because Dunk went down, and they obviously didn't have the Uber, and they're probably a bit worried. And are YoYo going to push straight away as well? I mean, surely Dunk will have that Uber now. As you can see though, TCM defending outside. I mean, we saw Yo-Yo go all the way back inside, even though they had the Uber, which wouldn't usually, well, be the case. You wouldn't usually do that. You want to always meet them at that first choke point because it's just easy to defend from there, really. And it's now, as you can see, a lot of spam coming in onto the left or right corner, depends on which angle you're looking at. And just keeping the soldiers at bay and seeing if they can get the pick. And there we go. So both Ubers have been triggered roughly must be around the same time. Down goes Matt. So that's the first loss of Yo-Yo really in this battle here. And TCM not pushing forward. They're not going to overextend. And it looks like they're actually waiting. I can't call it yet. They've actually switched it up. So they're coming in on the left now, and they're going to try and put pressure on and take that third point.
Springer is still in that central control point. There's a lot of stuff going on there as Rico does go down. He's trying to push in towards that center, but it was not going to be enough. As one of the scouts, the soldier is going to go after Sai. His target was, of course, the medic, but he manages to survive. And Sami himself does go down as well. He was the one to try to go for the kill on towards Springer, but to no avail. And now TCM are down 2 of their players, 1 scout and a soldier. And YoYoTech are making their move. They're already on towards second again, pushing very aggressively. And Springer could be able to push it out. We got Uber charge here coming in from YoYoTech now. Finally, YoYoTech does a counter Uber, and will hopefully for them take down this medic. Medic is down as Dunk gets taken down. And now YoYoTech will be picking up this this control point with relative ease. Although there, hello, 1, no, 2, and no, the needles do the rest.
Yeah. TCM. I mean, TCM. They pushed in. They never want to give up that 4th point. You can tell every time they have Uber, they will always push into it. And they just couldn't do much with their Uber. They couldn't get the Uber out quick enough. Well, YoYoTech's Uber out quick enough. And, well, that was pretty much sums it up. They just Ubered back at them and managed to take down their players. And now they did have some players on 3. There is one of the YoYoTech scouts floating around on 3 at the moment, but he'll want to be heading over to the 4th capture point pretty soon. We do have Somi as a heavy now on the right-hand side. It looks like TCM are just content to hold the yard. They shouldn't really be pushing now, especially not with a heavy. Your heavy will absorb so much spam running through into that 3rd point that he's probably going to be almost useless. Oh, Sailboat gets taken down by Rico there, just over on the left-hand side, which is, well, the side that he's covering. YoYoTech, I mean, they will want to push at some point, obviously, but just when are they going to do it? That's the question.
If you just tuned in here on Quad V, you are watching the gold final of the community team Coolermaster versus YoYoMix. The current score on Granary is 1-0 in favor of TCM. As well as we say, as Springer does pop up the overcharge, and Dunk is quick to do the counter. As hello, Sami. As he does take down Appy as the heavy. And that was a bit of a shame, really, because he really shouldn't have died there. Springer did have the Uber still, and could have helped him there. And losing that demo was really not all that good. Hazard does find himself. Oh, hello, Heavy. And Sai could be going in for the assassination on the Heavy. No, there we go. Oh, the Heavy is not even protecting the medic. The medic is down. Oh dear, Sami's gonna get kicked for this.
I'm not sure if you viewers and listeners can hear Duncan in the background, but
like,
all you heard was
Sami.
But maybe he'll blame Dunk for that one. He didn't call it. Dunk didn't call it, I think.
Oh, he did call it, but a little bit too late.
No, I'm saying that's what Tommy's going to say. Yeah. I didn't hear anything. What are you talking about? He didn't. You know, your microphone isn't working. He's sitting right next to him. I'm pretty sure he doesn't need the microphone.
You don't even have latency problems there. So,
yeah. So Yo-Yo going to hold on to this middle area, retake it. Actually, I thought they held on to it. The medic died. Good. No.
What?
Okay. Okay. It might be a spectator bug, or maybe it's, someone's using that spy weapon we're on about. But either way, Yo-Yo do capture that middle area. Going to be rejoined by the soldiers. Springer. I imagine TCM will be defending outside, so Arnold gets taken down. TCM will be defending outside that 2nd point. Just trying to see whereabouts they are at the moment. It looks like Yo-Yo going to try and move in on the left. Can't really call it just yet because the players do sit quite closely, but here we go. I imagine they're going to move in on the left now, as you can see. No Ubers popped just yet. They're targeting Dunk. Uber does get popped by both teams at the end. No one's really got the advantage. If anything, I imagine TCM would have the side advantage, but he did multi a lot. So Now you can see, oh,
Springer.
nice rocket
That was
by Somi, actually. Was it Somi?
That was
Yeah, it was Somi.
That was meant for the demo as well.
Yeah, he does take down the medic. And now, how many players is that down for YoYo? I think that's 5 players. Only Arnold left alive. As you can see, 13 minutes remaining.
Somi redeems himself.
Yeah, Somi probably did redeem himself there. But even though they did lose their medic, they actually didn't lose their second point, and they've actually reclaimed the third.
Indeed. As they're back now here on second, and they're really taking their time in this map. We got 13 minutes remaining, and we've only got 1 point. It is a very, very close game. And remember, TCM, if TCM manages to win this, they'll win this tournament, this community gold tournament. And YoYo Tech managed to win this one. We will go to my eternal love, the gravel pit. As we have the overcharge being popped off here by TCM. And that was a forced overcharge, I believe. As Albert does take down Sai. Sami finds himself dead as well. The center's being picked up now as well. As one of the scouts from YoYo Tech is just sitting around. And TCM will fall back as fast as they can. There come the scouts, and hello, full force. Now that's disproportional retribution right there.
Well, Arnold did take down Hazo very, very quickly there. So I guess they needed 4 players to kill him. But either way, YoYo have, well, their combo is on middle. They're not actually getting time on the point. Scout forced the Uber on them, but they really need to get time on that middle point. TCM obviously are going to know that the Uber was used, but they still haven't capped it. I mean, make sure you've got the point first before you start dancing around and stuff. You really need to get that because, I mean, if you don't, they can just push through. And A-Spec's enjoying this song that's playing in the cafe at the moment.
I'm dancing because they got the point now.
Oh, of course, yeah. TF2 related, I see.
Yes.
But yeah, okay, so it does look like TCM have now Ubered in over on the right-hand side into 3. Their combo is trying to deal with Scout. Scout gets dealt with. Now they're on the point. YoYo might be able to get some players around for a back cap, but I don't think anyone's in position. Instead, they've got ×4 on the point already. It was being blocked, but YoYo have just lost, I think they've just lost all of their players. Yep, all 6 of the YoYo Tech players are down, and, well, TCM are going to be pushing into 4th. They're going to get 4th very comfortably here, unless maybe a demo man spawns, but I think they're going to take that, and, well, we'll have to see with the Uber advantage. Are they going to get last?
Yes, they probably will get last. Sorry, I expect I interrupted.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Continue.
No, I think, well, actually, Arnold running sniper now, trying to get a pick on the medic. Somi kills himself somehow, which was nicely again pointed out by...
we deduct minus karma points for this one, by the way. Yes.
So the only way YoYo are going to hold this one will be to get a shot on the medic, because they surely will have a huge Uber advantage. Arnold actually switching back to Scout. Are they going to move in? No. Does he have that Uber? Was he running crits? No, it was, yeah, 75 now. And whereabouts is Dunk? Let's have a look at what he's doing. Now, Somi in up top, and now it's been called. Uber has been triggered. They really need to target the medic. Arnold and Appy go down, so that's the demo gone as well. So then Uber has C. They didn't target the medic first, and now Somi will probably have to fall back here, or he will go down. He has been isolated, but because the heavy draws so much fire, can't you see the soldiers? They're still trying to get it, but there's still people firing in front of him. Somi's so weak, and he's going to jump down onto the point and help capture the point. So in the end, he helped capture the point.
Well, the thing is that once they targeted the demo first, I mean,
they
soldiers
ignored
trying
the scouts that were bouncing around.
Soldiers, it's such a hard job for soldiers to kill a heavy that's on the pipe, because they have to hit him with direct rockets. And I mean, you're going to need at least 6 rockets or so for an overhealed heavy to kill him at that range that they were firing from. So those soldiers had to have some deadly accuracy, both of them hitting at the same time to do anything. The demo man, however, can spam stickies up there. So they actually destroyed the biggest threat to the heavy straight off the bat. And then it didn't really matter. The heavy just survived. He absorbed so much spam, and everything else came and cleaned up. But regardless, we're now on middle. It does look like YoYo Tech are in a far superior position here. They can get rid of that demo, then they might be able to get him. But by the looks of it, TCM are trying to push out. They're not giving it up yet, but they have been pretty isolated in the back of the point even. And YoYo Tech have almost captured the middle point, but TCM pushing back in now. They've cleaned up here. They've managed to take down Matt, Appy, the medic. In fact, all 6 players are down. So TCM with some, I'd say, kind of weird tactics. A bit risky, waiting until all of the players were forward on the point and then jumping over and making sure that their shots count.
Indeed, as they only have 1 scout in the middle, and the rest is already on second. And Sami is apparently shooting at the window. How cool! As we go, sitting already on towards second, and there'll be no doubt trying to move towards well, the final CP really shortly. Let's see if we can find it. There it is. There's what is YT running at the moment? You know, standard setup, no sniper. CCM still has their Uber ready to go. And dunk it a little bit low. Needs to watch out that he doesn't. There's a med pack there. It's not there anymore. Oh, okay. Somebody else picked it up. That's kind of a shame. You think the standard logistics would mean that the medic would pick that up.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm not sure if he picked that by accident though. So there we go. Now YoYo actually playing very aggressive this time, not really sitting back on their point. And here come TCM. Uber has been triggered very early. Scout onto the point, but now Somi jumps in, jumps back out straight away because he knew that. Yeah, there we go. He went down. Their Uber went out very early, and probably a good decision by TCM to sit back there, and it hasn't allowed YoYo to move back out. And again, what on earth happened there?
Springer fell to his death? What?
I think he created. Did someone jump on top of him or something? I did. Somehow he got hit down to the ground. But yeah, we're still shocked by that. We may have to go back and look at that one.
Let's look at this.
Yeah. Yeah, he did crater, but yeah, we don't know who shot him. Yeah, somehow he moved.
That's
not a very good thing. But anyway, so score still 3-0 in favour of TCM. They're going to be moving back onto this middle point now, just at the beginning of the round, and no real surprises. Better positioning again for TCM. Seems to be playing a little bit more aggressive than YoYo actually. Again, soldiers up on the crate so for this time for YoYo, trying their best to put the spam down. Soldier up. We have the stream back up for you, and yeah, it looks like, well, as it says, TCM. Are they in a better position? I mean, YoYo losing players left, right, and centre. Arnold and Springer down, so that's the medic gone as well. And now TCM, YoYo not giving up the point. No, he's still contesting, and now that must be, what's that? 4 down, 5 down for YoYo, and 3-0 with just over 6 minutes remaining. TCM are going to push this second very quickly.
Indeed, I don't see right now. I don't see any possibility of YoYo Tech actually managed to win this. It was a very long war of attrition here on Granary, and it continues on. But in all honesty, if they keep this up, I don't see TCM losing this at this rate.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like to rule out a team sort of early on before the game is over, but most of the time you can. I mean, 6 minutes, 3 rounds, you would rule Dignitas out at this stage.
Yeah.
So it's nothing to do with YoYo's skill. It's just the time left, really.
It's just logic deduction when it comes to.
They're still going for it. They're still defending hard, still trying, and well, let's see what they can do. Maybe they can pull a couple of rounds back. I mean, 2 rounds definitely possible. But at the moment, TCM in the commanding position, just holding outside of the yard, trying to force them back in. Once they're obviously inside that point, they can really rotate around and get some flanks on them, put some pressure on. And, well, Say goes down, so that's half of the YoYo Tech flanking power gone. TCM now getting players in different angles, not exactly going to call where right now, but they are now moving into the point. Heavy is on the point. Ubud also on the point. He's not moving an inch. Soldier gets pushed around like crazy. He's rocket jumped up top. He might actually go down there. A few more hits on him. No, he's turned around to shoot all the stickies off of the floor. Manages to actually save himself. If he hadn't shot those stickies, he would have died. So great play by Somi there, but no justice because he got, well, taken down by Matt and Appy. But still, I don't know. YoYo pushing out now into the yard. Does manage to get a kill over on Hazard, but quite a few of the YoYo players did go down. Oh, nice pipe from Appy. Takes down Albert, and they are going to be pushing to 3. Maybe need to be concerned a little bit about backcap, but, well, they're going for it anyway. Here we go, on the point, ×2. Soldier was up on the crates, covering the right-hand side. I don't think TCM are pushing in right now. They wouldn't really go for it, but here we go. They've taken the middle point. Yeah,
so they appear. Beta, what do you reckon about this little thingy here?
Yeah, we won't call that one just yet. That's quite interesting. I mean, I'm quite surprised I'm not hearing any sort of like cheers from YoYo, any sort of like encouragement.
It started to dumb down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, they've gone very quiet. They've gone very quiet, and yeah, SG was called. SG actually went down in the end. Dunk's actually down there as well, but YoYo still losing a lot of players. Somi up top as the engineer with his shotgun out. Surely YoYo are going to get this point, and this could be their chance to get a point on the board and see if we get some noise from them then. And then what on earth is going on there? Let's go.
Oh!
Oh my, I have no idea. Somi has just taken down 3 players. He's got walked through as, was it a soldier and a scout or something? Got onto the medic, so Springer went down. And then, and you can probably hear the cheers. And those cheers are not coming from YoYoTech at the moment. They are not coming from them, let's just put it that way. And TCM is sitting about 10 meters away from us. And YoYo are probably about a meter away. And those cheers are coming from the TCM 10-meter line.
I'm not sure whether or not the microphone actually managed to pick this those cheers up, but the game is still continuing, and YoYoTech could be looking to pick up their first cap shortly as one of the soldiers is coming in. Hard jump. Oh, he's standing on top of the roof on the side, and there's just raining down the rockets. There we go. He's just going down. As the Demo Heavy is still there. Evil does go down. More stickies are coming in.
Oh, spy.
Ooh, there's a spy. Oh yeah, I did see a little spy. There he is. Yep, never mind. Hazza is going to go down. And another engineer is going to come up as well. And there's an SG here as well. As the Ubercharge being popped up by YYT. As Evil's now decided to run a pyro as well. And they're going to put everybody in a light.
Probably not, but good work.
Oh. As YoYoTech picks up their first round. Hey!
And an OMG from a sailboat.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, let's have a quick look at the time left.
2 minutes and 18 seconds.
2 minutes and 18 seconds left. It's asking a lot, but YoYo is still going for it. I mean, why not? Carry on fighting, get into that middle point, and destroy your opponents.
Indeed.
That's the name and style of the game.
Indeed.
Well, either way, we're not seeing TCM in the middle here. Maybe not.
Oh!
Is this a bit of bad-mannered play, or is this just is this a tactic? To be honest, I would laugh if they actually lost this now. I really would. They are running a couple of sentry guns around the point. YoYo have Ubered, so have TCM forcing their demo and medic back through. Up on the right-hand side. Oh, Appy gets yeah, it looked like he got a triple kill, but it was actually
SGs.
2 sentries and a dispenser.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to call that really impressive, hitting a few stationary targets, but
I thought it was kind of impressive.
I didn't.
But then again, I'm special, so.
Well, you said it, not me. Hazza with some extreme engineering, people. TCM, the Engineer Guild, they're just running their engineers. I think they should forget scouts and just run engineers from now on.
What's the engineer limit?
2.
2. It's class limit 2, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that's a shame. So 2 engineers, 2 spies, and
a heavy.
2 snipers. Yeah. As Rico gets some silly stickies again, and Evil needs to watch out, and and he does die in the process. Yeah, and Sami once again. Yep. Sami has decided that he's going to build SimCity in TF2 now.
Yeah,
fun.
Yeah, it's over really, isn't it? I mean,
yeah,
24 seconds. Is he you bring the engineer? Yeah, he is, yeah. Maybe he's just going to try and keep the engineer alive. But, yeah, so it is over now. The final score is going to be 3-1 in favor of TCM. They are going to be your Community LAN champions of 2009. Maybe someone would say it's fixed with Dunk organising and winning the competition. But I'm sure that can be questioned another time. But there we have it, 3-1, the final score. You have been listening to Quad V with A-Spec, Arx and Beta. And thanks for listening. And A-Spec, by all means, final words?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much for listening in and watching in to the community. Well, live here on Quad V throughout this entire weekend. The games have been played, and TCM has managed to come on top again. The LAN experience guys have managed to do it again and win their very first LAN. They didn't do it at Reality. They didn't do it at UCASA, but now finally, after at this time, they finally have managed to pick up a LAN win. I'd like to thank the sponsors for this event, SteelSeries, as well as the people, the community, of course, that have come out in mass amount of numbers just to support it. And we're all going to go outside. We're all going to take pictures. We're going to have a good laugh. And thank you for tuning in for tonight. And yeah, there's a stampede going on. And also one of my personal thanks to TCM for helping me with my rooms for today, for sleeping here and stuff. But aside from that, I'm going to call it a good fight, good night, and see you next event, and see you next time.